Welcome back to the final part of the big question. Before we take some of your feedback, Willis Raburu joins us live from the newsroom with some of the trends that have been making rounds on social media. Willis.
Well, first things first, welcome back Hussein Mohammed Gure.
Thank you, Willis Otondi.
You two and your war of words.
Yeah.
Okay.
No war of words. Yeah, I can't win against that. Come on, Big Willis.
Tutaiwacha hapo kwa sababu sijui kama umeongeza jina. And Janet Mugandish, of course, looking good, all of you. All right, so let's take a look at the trends this week. A couple of trends that happened, and we're going to start with the first one here. This is she worth fighting for? This trend came about. It was a controversial poster again by the Mavuna Church, and so they're talking about wife material and if a lady is worth fighting for. Someone maybe Janet can help us with. This is an industrious woman in the village.
Very industrious.
And so yes,
very inspiring.
Very inspiring.
Yeah,
indeed. I'm a baby.
If all of them would be like this.
Yes, if I wish the Hussein.
Yeah, the wife to go home to
the cry of every man. All right, let's
I forgot myself.
Yes, you did. Okay.
All right, this is the next one. If she speaks a forced and fake American accent, is she worth fighting for? Like people say, like, I was really walking there and query, we need to move forward. So that is something that we grapple with every day. So if she speaks with a fake American accent, is she worth fighting for? That is the big question, as it were. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Now, if she does this to you, or you get to a bout, is she worth fighting for? The big question there is, can this man see?
Oh my goodness!
Again is one of the trends that we had. Moving on to the next one.
Just out of curiosity, did that man win, Raburu?
Sorry?
In that boxing match, did he win or lose?
Well,
could have won, you know.
If he couldn't see his opponent, Hussein.
Okay.
So therefore, he lost. All right. So is she worth fighting for? When you tell her I love you and she replies, okay. Were we discussing potassium? If you remember
my goodness.
In the table, the scientific table, potassium symbol is K. So that is where that comes
from. Some of these tweets.
Some of these things they do. Forget about the tweets, just saying the truth.
But they do.
Yeah, you people do.
Right. So this is another interesting one. After a lot of stories that came up about Africa, a trend started called Africa is a place where. So apparently this is what is done to maybe Jonathan or somebody. But anyway, this is what some women do to babies. Of course, it's a trick to make the baby believe that they are still sleeping on the parent.
I should take notes.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Take
a lot of notes. In fact, rara notes. This is special dedication. All right, let's move to the next one. So if you remember this, Africa is a place where, do you remember, you were only cool rather if you had watched this movie.
Yeah.
It was called The Gods Must Be Crazy. And it had a lot of, clicking sounds.
Yeah.
Like hi, Hussein Mohammed.
She speaks that language, you know.
Yes.
She spent a lot of time in South Africa.
Oh, Kosa, yes.
Let's move to the next one here. English class. Africa is a place where this would be an English class. One day Kenyan teachers will get a pay hike. Which tense is that? It says future impossible tense.
Oh, that's too soon.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Okay, too soon. All right, we'll move on to the next one. All right, this is another interesting. Africa is a place where we take juice direct from
that is quite healthy, though.
Oh, yeah, that is a watermelon. You just insert a tub and instant juice.
Really?
Yeah, just insert and turn. All right, so let's move on to the next one. This is another one where Africa is a place where it's right at the bottom that they come up with excuses. This guy saying, Aki officer, tafadhali nimetoka kesha. Kesha, to put in context, is prayers throughout the night. So it is some sort of kesha, but as you can see, this is what we call macho nyanya na mdomo kauka. So this is especially after imbibing too much. Let's move to the next one. This is an interesting one I saw where this person apparently claims that he was charging his shoes. And I've seen Hussein Mohammed with such shoes. And,
no.
fresh from his travels. Yes, he does.
Yeah, straight from his travels.
I've seen those two.
Yeah? Yeah, they are Christmas light shoes, Hussein. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one I just picked it purely to ask Janet.
I saw this one. Yes. I saw this. When we're really not that bad.
Yeah, somebody says, I thought you did go out. Isn't that you? Right there. That is
really not that bad.
how women can spot you from anywhere. So be careful even if you're in a crowd.
We be watching. Yep.
All right. And so now this is the one that came up. If you remember this week, there was some children who were caught in clubs and engaging in drinking and what they called an orgy. So this came up. It says 3 words to your parents, and this is something interesting, and I think it holds true because somebody says unajaza Twitter with oh mom I love you, but meanwhile mzazi yako mashambani hata ana simu. Chukua country bus na uende uone mzazi. Right. So the next one, still on the same 3 words to your parents. This is, you should be glad that yours truly is addicted to Twitter as opposed to drugs. That is another one that was trending. The next one, of course, is a very common one. I am grown up. This doesn't exist in Africa, by the way. No matter what age you are, you can still be disciplined.
You can still be what?
No matter what age you are, you can still be disciplined. You can just ask one Francis Kashuri. All right, now the next set of trends is about El Nino. Of course, Kenyans, even if it's a serious matter, they still find a way, Hussein and Janet, to make fun of it. So this one says, Madam wa Kenya, si wanajua ku take advantage. My girl just called me, Ati babe, what are you buying me for El Nino?
Haters.
So, all right, let's go to the next one. This is also about El Nino. Breaking news of strange objects approaching Kakamega. People are waiting eagerly. That is a piece of omusuma or ugali heading its way over to Kakamega very abruptly. It's a land oko. All right, the next one. This is an innovation. This one says, I'm prepared for El Nino rains. That is a modified...
Higher grounds.
Yes, bicycle, higher ground.
Right.
Higher ground. All right, okay, let's go to the next one. Now this is interesting one. We will take a poll. It is not about El Nino, but I found it very interesting on social media. It says your style of hanging a bag rather in school was it A, that should be Francis Gashuri, B, and Keguta, C, D, E, F is where we find Janet Mbugwa. F, especially even now. This is how she carries a handbag.
F.
I don't know.
Should be F.
Pick
so
yours.
Not true. More like C.
No, this is now.
Yours was F.
Talking about then. F.
Okay.
Hussein looks like the B.
Yeah.
Guarding
I think Hussein is
with
E.
his life. All right.
Oh
this is the last one here.
Fun.
It says El Nino has been blamed for a lot of things, but this is more than just El Nino. The hair is holding on for dear life. It has moved to higher ground, just like the government advice.
Boy.
Oh,
so there is.
That's so bad.
Right.
The hair moving to higher ground.
Yeah, that is very sad. But anyway, Raburu, thank you so much. But I want to show you something about Willis Raburu.
Yes.
And what he does just before he gets on air to tell us.
Oh, not
about
again.
Oh,
relax.
wow.
Well, I've not even said anything. Relax. I'm just saying what you do sometimes.
Okay.
Before you talk to us about the trends and what happens. This is Big Willis. Remember this word, big. Now let's take a look.
Oh my. Oh my goodness. This was earlier today?
Not actually today. I think I was away when this was done.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't know the camera was rolling. Yeah, the camera was rolling.
Oh boy.
And Willis is very big. He didn't know the camera was rolling then. Okay, that is what he does as he prepares to wait for this, talk to us about the trends.
Sorry, Willis.
But then he waits, and look at him, look at how exasperated he gets, pacing up and down. Let's have a look.
Uwe hai shagala bagala niko tayari kulipa gharama sitasima.
And then finally this is what he does. He gets tired. Big Willis. Let's find out now.
Waking us number 5.
And sleeps before he brings us the trends. Willis Raburu, thank you so much.
Okay, wow.
It wasn't my... Listen, let me finish. It wasn't my doing. Look, I just came back today. This happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I wasn't here.
And I am
so I've just been told to show this. I mean,
this is what I will do. Since Moses Kuria is back, good night.
Good night, Willis Raburu.
Oh, Willis. Good one. Thank you so much for that.
Do we have tweets as we wind up? Are we out of time? All right.
Okay.
We're out of time. We won't be looking at a lot of feedback, but we'll look at your feedback during the interview. But thank you so much for your feedback and for watching The Big Question. I'm Hussein Mohammed. Have a good night.
I'm Janet Bogwandishu. Good night.